Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is Shadow, and we are in Pond Season 3. I know I was saying I probably wouldn't be back here, but they've made some really cool changes, and the terrain is looking amazing. I mean, this is Spawn. As you can see, it is truly a blank slate again. I'm here with some people. Everyone is logging in. The server list is insane right now. I can't wait to see what people start building out and what we will be finding when we start exploring everywhere as well. But yeah, so that is the one of the things we just need to do is we need to hop into this and find what we're going to be building and where we're building at. Hopefully here soon. All right, we are starting just the audio recording section of this in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so some weird things are going on with my audio quality in these upcoming clips. I was actually out adventuring with Dorian and Logic, trying to find a place that we can all decide. We all were just having fun looking around, trying to find a place to settle down and make a little group of in an area. What you're currently seeing right now is a live, die, repeat of trying to destroy a raid area. Again, there was so much fun going around. I was really hoping to kind of show our progression of adventuring through these lands together with each other. And we found some beautiful vistas and everything along those lines. It was an incredible time to be adventuring with everyone. It is a little bit frustrating that due to my own setup with the audio, because unfortunately, it is echoing across the board because I think it's hitting my desktop and a couple of different things. And I was in a Discord call, so there's a bunch of background noise of other people talking. I didn't think ahead of removing the tracks. That's on me. But we did find some of these gorgeous areas and a spot that we are settling down at where I'm starting a new starter house build for the group. It's going to be much smaller than my last house, and I've already come up with some ideas that we will hit on later about getting everything put together and seeing the world. So I'm going to go ahead and let the camera go on some of our journey and what the areas that we've found are. And I'll see everybody back when we go ahead and start building out the starter house. Okay, and we have found our location. Well, we found multiple beautiful locations, but this is one we are settling with the Something Stupid Boys. And that is our guild name, and this is where we are settling at. It is beautiful. That mountain goes up to 390 right there. That's insane. Kind of got a nice flat area. Nothing really built just yet. Really just settled down. They had to go, and I'm like, okay, all right, that's cool. That's cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and start working on getting our little starter home built up, and then just start getting the groundwork set up for a successful build. But we are going to be working on that, and I'm thinking of like doing the starter house. I don't know why that starts fading like that. I think I'm gonna do it like right over here-ish. I don't want to make it the center of the area, so maybe I'm gonna go put it at the base of the mountain right over there. Then we have that beautiful mountain over there. We have an entire section down there that we need to explore and look into. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. So we're gonna go ahead and hit that super fast build mode while I try to think of what or how or what I'm going to build for this house. Let's go. Alright. So just a small little quick super fast build mode. You did miss a little bit. A lot of this has been actually me just gathering supplies back up. So I'm in a little bit of a conundrum because I want to use this terracotta in the, also I got a dragon mask. Rawr. I want to use this terracotta in the build because I haven't really ever used terracotta before. But I'm kind of struggling on how to incorporate it with the wood. I was thinking like maybe have it here for the windows, like as a buffer, and then I can put like trapdoors on it and make it look like the blinds and stuff. I don't know. I'll have to play that out a bit more. I definitely don't really know what to do with this. I want to use it. I really do, but I don't think this plays very nicely with wood. So I may have to disregard this for possibly looking into doing it in a different way. It's just because it's too much of a flat tone. It works great. Possibly, maybe I should do it for the floorings and like do a design on the floor with the terracotta. I don't know. And I'm also stuck with the roof because I was like, oh, I'll do a log roof, but I'm like, I don't know, the log roof kind of wouldn't look correct on all of this, and so now I'm in a crisis of I don't know what I'm doing right now. Let's see. So if I went and got dark oak, I think it could look pretty good, but it would be very like, I don't know. I might do dark oak and have it. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do dark oak and then do the copycat slabs to make it so the roof's not super large. Then I would need the corners right around here to be structural logs. Which what should I use? I might want to use the orange. Let's see how that looks really quick while I. Because here's the, I think the orange terracotta would fit this build very nicely, and I'm not a big fan of the yellow. Actually, let's switch this out for the yellow for the orange. I like that better. And then if I use the acacia logs, bam, and use, because I need corner pieces like this. So if I do this, as the corner pieces. First, that already doesn't look that bad, but then if I remove that, I actually really like the look of that. That's looking very nice. Okay, so yeah, I like that. I want like kind of like this is almost too bland. I really don't. Fortunately, I always do my first builds out of the blocks I have near me. I don't know how I got Acacia, by the way, but I had the saplings, and they're in this area somewhere. So I always want to do it, and I want this to feel like a log cabin type of deal, but I'm not. I feel like it may be a little bit too big, so I do love this. Right here, that's great. I really like that. The orange fits that super nicely. Still not sure what I'm going to do for a roof. I'm going to have to play with that some. I may want to look at granite. Or possibly some other red blocks. There's a couple of them I can try. I don't know. We're going to have to figure it out. I'm going to start playing with some stuff and get back to you right when I do figure out what I'm going to be building this out of. I'm sure it won't happen right now. Okay, and we are back. Funnily enough, I still have not figured out what to do about the roof, but I have come up with a design synopsis for my builds moving forward this season. So what I kind of want to work on is doing actually like statues and stuff like that and making stuff realistic. So I'm going to go with like this pathway of religion type build and do a bunch of small builds along a road that I'm going to be building. Oh, I had some burps right there. Holy crap. Yeah, so we're going to be building some pathways along. You'll see this in the super fast build mode in just a moment, but I've actually torn down that entire section, and then I'm slowly replacing this with calcite to give this a nice like white look. Because what I'm going to be doing is I'm actually going to be putting I'm going to go find some dark oak, and I'm going to put dark oak logs across the top, so that I can have this like nice contrast between this was like something that was added on later as like a resting spot or a place that you can inhabit, and this was like a small little church along the way. And so yeah, that's kind of what I'm leaning for right now. Later I would want to make a road all the way to the tip of the mountain, but that is far into the future. I do want to get my own area set up here with, you know, some basic farms, some food farms, that type of deal, so that we actually have some groundwork laid out for the future and everything. But I think that's going to look a lot better than what I was looking at before. I've also been kind of decorating the interior slightly as I go too, setting out the floor and all that, and kind of like understanding what I'm going to be doing with this area. I'm also going to have like a little farm, and then probably do one other build in this area. And then I'm going to have that then start the road to the next area that I'm going to do, and do another small build over there, like a blacksmithy, where I'm going to keep all my iron and that equipment, and it's just going to keep moving about that way. And in each stopping point, I'm going to do a big statue eventually. And that's what I'm thinking of for my builds, because I think it will be fun to actually move a road all the way back to the beginning zone, like all the way back to here. So I think that would be a lot of fun to just have a road and a bridge and like stuff, and it's going to be a lot of structures that like weave in and out of the mountains, and nothing's going to go in a straight line. I'm really digging this idea. I'm really hoping I can get it to pull together. The biggest issue is the statues, because I am awful at doing anything organic at all. I know statues aren't organic, but you know what I mean. I guess they could be statues of everything, like weapons or of people, of anything. So I'm gonna have some fun with playing with some of the statue designs and everything. But that's where I finally come to fruition with. I love how I jumped off the last end of the last one. Haha! Here's the roof. There's no roof still. In fact, I've made more work for myself. Whoops. All right, I'm gonna get back to work because I still have a lot left to do. I have to go get more calcite for probably about, I'd say 2 more levels, like maybe like a thing of 3, and then that should be high enough because I don't want that to be super tall. But yeah, so then, you know, it's going to do that, and then we're going to finish up building the roof here and get the interior decorated. and get some nice looking glass. As you can see, I really love how that calcite looked. But yeah, so we are going to go ahead and hop back into getting this all completed. So let's go. Three, two, one, and welcome back from the super fast build mode. I have done a little bit of work outside of that, of decorating the interior and doing some other stuff around the house just to bring it all together. One of the things, I kind of moved all the loot and stuff out here and put it inside. So yeah, this came, I love this house. This is a perfect starter house because it's starting my theme. I finally picked up something I was like really wanting to do, and I'm absolutely in love with it. I love how the tower came out. I think one thing I might do is something I've done over here is I made this so it looked like I attempted to make something like a moon. And so I might do that on all four walls just to give this a little bit more depth to it, because it is kind of a blank slate. But then when you come in here, I went ahead and redid the floors to give it a nice contrast. I'm probably going to bring this wall out one more once I've gotten an actual location to store some of the stuff at. And I'll bring this wall out one more so that it hides a lot of that stuff, and probably bring this here and maybe make this into like a separate but open room. But yeah, so that's some of the stuff I'm thinking of to really nail home this. I'm really loving this like religious thing that I'm having to go, and I might end up playing around with someone else's theme that I said I might work on as well. There's a very typical dark fantasy type of deal, but I'm really loving this like kind of just like fantasy religious type of deal that I'm looking into doing. Oh no. But yeah, this house came together so nicely. Interior is so well decorated. And it's just a nice, warm, comforting area. Because it's meant to be like on the way people come in, small place to do ceremonies at and all that stuff. And it's like where they would stop and rest at and, you know, continue on. I need to make some bunk beds for the room. And then this will also eventually be a bunk bed room too. This, not sure what that's probably, I don't know what that's going to be just yet. But yeah. So all this came together shockingly well. I just kept putting stuff down, and it was coming to me left and right. Normally I really struggle with interiors. This one I didn't really struggle with at all. I was very surprised. But next time we are actually going to be building out another little building for this settlement, which will be our farmyard, which I'm thinking of placing like over here-ish. So it's like a little bit of walk away from the building, but you know, it'll cover up this area and then make it so like this entire area over here is farmland, and probably bring this down a notch so that you have a clear view of it from that window as well. Like not a direct view, but it's gonna be off to the side a little bit. And that way you have like the nice farmland all to represent that. And then I will start making roads. I also have a mine over here. Not sure what I'm gonna do with that yet. I'm probably not gonna touch anything with that one for this area. But when I put in the farm area, and then I might put in one more, like one house or two houses or something like that, and then this area will be done. And then we will move on to the next zone, where we will probably build out like blacksmithy or something along those lines. Another like small area type of deal where it's to help people along the path. And so then we'll also be building roads and everything. That's the basic idea. I have been trying to design some statues. Probably just gonna steal some people's stuff from Lightmatica because I'm so bad. I am so bad at it. I do not understand it at all. But hey, that is everything for me for today, and I will see everybody next time as we continue on our structures in the pond. Thank you for stopping by. Like, comment, subscribe, all the swell thing, and I'll see everybody next time.